Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, My Sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over a football game for Sunday, November 21st, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know how I'm picking these games, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get to the game. We're going to be looking at the Washington football team versus the Carolina Panthers. The way that I have my setup here is I have my daily numbers on this side of the screen. Daily numbers are date numerology, Gregorian, and Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. The way that I have it structured here is I have the distance to the Super Bowl up top right here. Week 11 NFL. Right here is the location of the game, city, state, stadium, coordinates. Right here is the head-to-head record between the two teams, regular season. And then the home team is right here, where I have their season record, their coach's record, their quarterback record, to and from their birthdays, their name, Gematria. And then I have the away team right here, coach's record, quarterback record, name, Gematria, season record, to and from their birthdays. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some numbers that would play in the favor of the Panthers. And then I'm going to go over some numbers that would play in the favor of Washington. So let's go ahead and start with the Panthers. If Panthers were going to win this game, the first thing that I would point to is that it's the 76th day of the Hebrew civil year. 76 is a number that Cam Newton can pick up. He can pick up his 76th regular season win for his career. Pretty straightforward, I suppose. For Washington, they have the number 37 going against them. Today has 37 date numerology on the Gregorian. Washington can become 3-7 for a season record with a loss. Their quarterback would also become 3-7 because this is his first year. And it is the 17th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew religious side of the calendar, like 179. 179 is the 41st prime number. This is the number 4 quarterback versus the number 1 quarterback, like 41. The words football team sums to 41. This could play against Washington in their road record. They could become 1-4, like 14 with the loss, which is basically just a reflection of 41. And if you actually type out the word 14, it also sums to 41. The Washington coach, he can get his 16th loss regular season as a coach for Washington. Today being a day with 37 and 53 date numerology on the Gregorian. 53 is the 16th prime number. Matt Rule for the Panthers, he would sit on 16 losses regular season with a win. His name sums to 37 and 53, so that could maybe play in their favor potentially. And what else? What else? Panthers could become 6-5. Well, I didn't mark it, but I wonder if something's here. 65. Nah, I didn't see anything with the 6-5. Nothing came across in this game significantly that jumps out at me. I think that's all I have for the Panthers, honestly. But to be fair, I don't have much for Washington either. So yeah, I guess if Panthers are going to win, I would just say it's the 76 for Cam Newton. This is his first start back as a Panther It's the 76th day of the Hebrew Civil. He can get his 76th regular season win for his career and call it a day. And then the Gregorian wouldn't be too nice to Washington. They would become 3-7. The 4 seed versus the 1 seed, they could become 1-4 on the road. And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it, I suppose. It doesn't give much. I apologize, but it's just one of those games, I guess. At least for me, I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out. I definitely encourage you guys to add comments below for things that I'm obviously missing because I'm just not seeing it. But let's talk about Washington. So what numbers would Washington favor Washington? Well, it'd be similar to the same numbers as Panthers in the sense that this is the number 4 seed versus the number 1 seed, like 14 or 41, and it's the 17th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew religious, 179, the 41st prime number. If we actually pop in the number 41, we find that it sums to 46. And that could be a reason why Washington wins this game and becomes 4-6, like 46 for a season record. The Washington coach, he could become 11-15 for a record as a coach for Washington regular season. A total span of 115 days till their quarterback's next birthday. And the word Panthers sums to 115. And Cam Newton, his birthday was on the 5th month and the 11th day, 5/11, 11/5. If Panthers do lose, much like the number 41 that sums to 46, 56 also sums to 46. And I suppose that can go together as Washington becomes 4-6. Panthers would become 5-6, like 56, with a loss for a season record. And then Cam Newton would get his 56th regular season loss as a quarterback specifically for the Panthers. And I think that's it. Not a lot to go by on this one. 64.75. Yeah, I mean, I apologize, you guys. Maybe this is just an uninspiring spot for both teams via number-wise. I just don't. There's just nothing that's jumping out at me. I wanted to do this game just because it was interesting with the narrative of Cam Newton. But when I pulled it, I just didn't see a whole lot of numbers either which way for either team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Cam Newton does have that 76, but you can just as easily make the case for the 56 and the loss of the Panthers. You know, you can say it's a week 11. Panthers coach can get his 11th win regular season, but so can Ron Rivera. He can get his 11th win. And Ron Rivera was the coach for the Panthers when Cam Newton was quarterback, I believe. If I have my history right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, for sure. Also, for Taylor Heineke, it's going to be the 252nd day of his 28-year-old age. And Washington football team sums to 252. So I'm not sure if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. I don't have any light blue. We can just go ahead and mark it. 252. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Only time will tell. We're trying to figure it out right now. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know either way with this game, personally. Seems like a coin flip. 63, 64. Since it's the 252nd day of his 28-year-old age, let's pop in 28. 28, 57, 141, 51, 56. Good numbers, but it just doesn't give me a winner or a loser. I guess one thing we can say with the 28 is if Washington wins this game, they become 10-7 head-to-head against the Panthers, like 107. And 107 is the 28th prime number. At the age of 28, this guy, Cappy. Right here, we can just look at his profile. Yeah, he's 28. So at the age of 28, on the 252nd day of his 28-year-old age, Washington football team sums of 252. Maybe that's a good thing for them. And that's about all I have for right now for the Panthers in Washington. Again, I apologize. Sorry if I wasted you guys' time with this one. I wanted to bring something I had built out, but when I'm looking at it, it just seems very uninspiring to me. One thing to note, though, is this is the season with Super Bowl. Whoop, I went to the Kansas game. One thing to note is this is the season with Super Bowl 56. Emphasis on the 56. Maybe that plays against the Panthers in the 5-6, then becoming 5-6 for this season, and a season that ends with Super Bowl 56. Cam Newton would get his 56th loss as a quarterback for the Panthers, potentially. Carolina Panthers sums to 75. He could sit on 75 regular season wins, even though it is the 76th day of the Hebrew. And that's what I would do for it. Although Cam Newton would be turning 33. Nope, not this season, but in the off season. I was gonna say maybe that gives him 3-3 at home, like 33, but doesn't help a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's really gonna come down to the 76 for Cam or everything else for the Washington. So hopefully this helps. Sorry if it doesn't. Sorry if I wasted your time. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If not, at the very least, hopefully it's something that you can build on top of, because there's definitely more you can add to this, I'm pretty sure. And I wish you guys the best of luck on your pick. Hopefully you win every game that you pick. Thanks for watching.